of the most important things you should note is that even if your program is in English, you need to learn basic Chinese. This is the new law. You need to pass HSK 3 before you can graduate. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much guys for always coming back, and if you are new here, you are highly welcome. Today's video is about how you can effectively apply for an English Touch program in China, and also to answer all your questions about our scholarship in China. So guys, stay tuned. China is the fastest growing economy globally here guys, and China is also doing its best to improve its educational system. You might be surprised to know that China's universities are among the top 50 universities in the world. Yeah guys, have you heard of Tsinghua University? Have you heard of Peking University? Those are top Chinese universities. The first thing you need to consider is to go online and do your research. You need to do research to be able to identify English Touch program in China, because a lot of Chinese universities offer programs in Chinese. There are very few universities that offer English Touch program. So you need to go online yourself. Don't allow anybody to do it for you, because you need to be sure that this university I'm applying for, this program I'm applying for is an English Touch program. So guys, you need to go online and do research yourself. I am studying in English, but I can tell you a lot of students are here who are suffering. Yeah, they are actually facing difficulties in studying in Chinese. So doing research for yourself before starting an application will save you a lot of time and a lot of stress when you come to China. It is not actually easy guys to study a major in a language that you don't have mastery on. I think you understand what I'm saying. It's very difficult. Even if you have basic Chinese, even if you have HSK level 5, you need to be careful when choosing programs. I advise you that if there's an English program, go for English program even if you can speak Chinese, because there are students here with HSK 5 but they still find difficulties in studying in Chinese. So guys, do your research and you will identify English Touch program in China. Guys, however guys, I advise you to do the research yourself, but if you find it difficult or if you can't find an English Touch university or a program, then you can then go for an agent. But you need to be very careful, because there are a lot of fake agents out there. A good agent will not start to ask you for money at the beginning of the application process. Most of them usually ask for money when your admission letter is out. So you need to be careful when an agent starts to ask you money at the beginning of the application process. However, you need to also ensure that the admission letter is original, because some admission letters are fake. Yeah guys, people are wicked. They can offer you fake admission letters. So you need to try as much as possible to get in contact with the school to confirm that this admission letter is original before you can even go ahead and pay your money for the application fee. One of the good things about China is that if you are applying for a self-sponsored program, unlike in other European universities, you can arrive China before you can pay your tuition fee. Also guys, if you are unable to see an agent, you can ask a student who is already in China, or if you know someone who is already in China, you can ask them to assist you in the application. I think this will facilitate the application process, because the person is already in China and the person knows what works and what doesn't work. So I think if you know somebody that is really reliable, it will assist you and facilitate the application process. Guys, if you can speak English or if you don't understand English, then there is no other option than to study in Chinese. Yeah, there are a lot of students here who can speak English, but they can effectively communicate in Chinese. And there are also opportunities for you to have a scholarship if you can speak Chinese. So you need to write the HSK exam if you want to study in Chinese. So when choosing a university, you also need to note this. A university can be ranked first in sciences, another university ranked first in engineering, another ranked first in education. So you need to be sure of the program you are applying for in order to look for the best university that offers that program. About the grade, a first class or a second class offer is okay, but guys, don't think too much about the grade. So just try your luck. Yeah, you might be selected. So after searching for universities that offer English taught programs, then the next thing you need to consider is the type of scholarship they offer. Because very few universities offer full scholarship. So I would advise you to go for the CSE scholarship because it covers your tuition fee, your accommodation, and your allowances here, guys. So you need to consider this before you can apply. A lot of students actually scramble for the CSE scholarship because it's one of the best scholarship in China. So if you are lucky, you can be selected. After checking or after considering the type of scholarship the university offers, then you need to go to their requirements. You need to make sure that you have all the requirements. For example, your research proposal is very important. You need to look for something novel, something that has not been over researched on. So you need to bring contribution to the education family or to the society. So if you look for a topic that have been over researched on, you might not have the chance because the CSE scholarship is usually very competitive. So guys, be careful when choosing a research proposal. Choose a practical life issue, a practical problem that you can solve, that you can help to improve the education sector or the society at large. If you do this, you stand a chance of getting a CSE scholarship. So the next thing you need to pay attention to is English proficiency. But if your bachelor or your master's degree was in English, then you don't need to write any English proficiency test. Next thing you need to consider is recommendation letter. It's very important for you to go back to your professors and ask them for recommendation letter. Some universities usually offer to ask for 2 or 3 recommendations letters. So you need to make sure that you provide all that is required. You can also go online to the university website, the university you are applying for in China. You can go there and look for the research profiles of professors. Your research proposal may align or it may be the same with a professor in China, so you can get in touch with that professor and talk with the professor. The professor can even help to give you a recommendation letter, and if the professor gives you a recommendation letter, it will facilitate your application process and even maybe give you higher chances of having the scholarship. Another thing students usually ask is about the bank statement. Guys, if you are offered a full scholarship, then you don't need a bank statement. I came to China without a bank statement. But if you are for self-sponsored, then you need a bank statement. Or if you are for half scholarship, because some schools usually offer on a tuition fee, which means you need to take care of yourself and that's your feeding and your accommodation. If that's your situation, then you need a bank statement to show that you can take care of yourself. After the application, you need to make sure that you check your messages every week because you don't want to miss any message from your university. For example, they might invite you for an interview, and for those who apply for the CSE scholarship, you need to be careful because they usually do a pre-selection in which you are required to pay some money, and it's usually within 5 days. So if you don't see these messages, you might miss your chance of being selected. Your position might be given to another student. So you need to make sure that you check your messages every week. One of the most important things you should note is that even if your program is in English, you need to learn basic Chinese. This is the new law. You need to pass HSK 3 before you can graduate. Since you guys are interested in scholarship, let's go straight to answer your questions about scholarship in China. The first question is, are there scholarships for international students in China? Guys, there are a lot of scholarships for international students in China. In fact, you might be surprised to know that a majority of international students in China are on scholarship. Guys, you got me right. So you have a chance. There are mainly 2 types of scholarship in China: the CSE scholarship, that's the Chinese government scholarship, and the university scholarship. But as I earlier said, the CSE scholarship is one of the best scholarship in China. But if you want to apply for the Chinese government scholarship, you need to do your research because there are over 2,900 Chinese universities, but only about 279 universities are eligible for the CSE scholarship. So you need to do your research very well before you start your application. The next question is, how can I apply for the CSE scholarship? Yeah guys, you can apply through your embassy or through the university, but you need to be sure to put the right agency number. You can apply for the CSE scholarship online. Yeah guys, so after all your documents are ready, you need to go online and submit them. So after submitting the application, the university or the embassy then assess the application to see if you are qualified. If you are qualified, then you will be pre-selected. After the pre-selection, a list is then sent to the CSE office in Beijing. So the CSE office then make the final decision. This question is, what are the requirements to apply for the CSE scholarship? I think I earlier mentioned some, but I won't mind repeating it so that you can take note of it. So guys, you need your highest qualification, you need your research proposal, you need your transcript, you need your recommendation letters, you need a physical examination form, and you also need a photocopy of your passport. Yeah guys, you need to make sure that all of these documents are available to increase your chances of being selected. As I earlier mentioned, beside the CSE scholarship, there are other university scholarships, but every university has its own requirements. You can apply both for the CSE scholarship and for the university scholarship. And also you need to note that in applying for the CSE scholarship, you can choose a maximum of 3 universities, but with the school scholarship you can apply for as many universities as possible. The next question is, when can I apply for the scholarship? Yeah guys, for the CSE scholarship, the application usually starts in January, February, March. Yeah, so you need to start preparing. It's important to apply as soon as possible. For the university scholarship, each university has its own time. The next question is, when can I expect the results? For the CSE scholarship, it usually takes some time because the university or the embassy needs to assess the application first before they can send to the CSE office in Beijing. But most often the results are usually out in June, July or August. The next question is, what is the age limit to apply for a master's program? For a bachelor program, the age range is from 18 to 22. For a master's program, the age range is from 18 to 35. And for a PhD program, the age range is from 18 to 40. If there's any other thing you wish to know, then just write in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.